Picture this. You're sitting in your office at 2 a.m., staring at your sales dashboard, wondering why your competitors are crushing it while your revenue flatlines. You've got great products, decent marketing, and you're working harder than ever. But here's the brutal truth that nobody wants to tell you. Your design is secretly sabotaging every sale you could be making. I'm about to reveal the hidden redesign strategies that transformed struggling businesses into million-dollar empires, and why ignoring this could be costing you thousands of dollars every single day. By the end of this video, you'll understand precisely why redesigning isn't just about making things look pretty. It's about rewiring your customer's brain to choose you over everyone else. Let me start with a story that'll blow your mind. Last year, I worked with a small e-commerce store selling handmade jewelry. Beautiful products and a passionate owner, but sales were terrible. They were getting traffic, but their conversion rates were stuck at a dismal 0.8%. The owner was convinced it was a pricing problem, or maybe the product wasn't good enough. Then we did something that changed everything. We redesigned their product page, focusing not only on its appearance, but also on its psychological functionality. We restructured the visual hierarchy, optimized the color psychology, and redesigned the entire customer journey. The result? Conversion rates jumped to 4.2% overnight. Same products, same prices, same traffic, yet customers suddenly couldn't help but buy. Here's what most people don't realize. Your customers make buying decisions in the first 50 milliseconds of seeing your brand. That's faster than a blink. In that split second, their subconscious mind is processing thousands of visual cues that determine whether they trust you, want your product, and are willing to pay your prices. If your design fails this instant test, you've already lost the sale before they even read a single word. The human brain processes visual information 60,000 times faster than text. This means your design is literally the first salesperson your customers meet, and it's either opening doors or slamming them shut. When you grasp this fundamental truth, you'll see that redesigning goes beyond aesthetics. It's about optimizing your most powerful sales tool. Let me break down the exact framework that separates businesses that thrive from those that barely survive. There are 4 critical pillars that every high-converting design must master, and I guarantee at least 3 of these are broken in your current setup. The first pillar is trust architecture. Your design must instantly communicate credibility and professionalism. This goes way beyond having a nice logo. Trust architecture involves strategically placing social proof, carefully chosen color palettes that align with industry expectations, and visual elements that subconsciously signal authority and reliability. When customers land on your page, their brain is asking one crucial question: can I trust this business with my money? Your design answers this question before they consciously realize they're even asking it. Poor trust architecture is a key reason many businesses struggle with high bounce rates and low conversion rates, despite offering great products. The second pillar is desire amplification. This is where your design taps into deep psychological triggers that make customers genuinely crave what you're offering. Desire amplification leverages visual storytelling, strategic scarcity indicators, and emotional color psychology to convert casual browsers into eager buyers. Most businesses believe that clearly displaying their product is sufficient. However, companies that make millions understand the importance of showcasing their product in a way that allows customers to visualize themselves already owning and enjoying it. This involves everything from the angles you photograph products to the lifestyle imagery you choose, as well as the way you structure your visual hierarchy. The third pillar is friction elimination. Every unnecessary click, confusing navigation element, or unclear call to action is costing you sales. Friction elimination is about creating the smoothest possible path from interest to purchase. This means ruthlessly analyzing every step of your customer journey and removing anything that might give customers a reason to hesitate or leave. The companies that dominate their markets have mastered the art of making buying feel effortless and natural. They understand that confused customers don't buy, and overwhelmed customers definitely don't buy. Your redesign should make the purchase process so intuitive that customers barely realize they're making a buying decision. The fourth pillar is value perception engineering. This is perhaps the most powerful and least understood aspect of sales-driven design. Value perception engineering involves using visual cues to increase how much customers believe your product is worth, allowing you to charge premium prices while actually improving your conversion rates. This goes far beyond just making things look expensive. It's about understanding the psychology of perceived value and using design elements to reinforce the transformation or outcome your product provides. Companies that master this pillar can charge 300% more than their competitor, given the privilege. Now let's discuss the common mistakes I see businesses making every day. These aren't just minor design flaws. They're profit-crushing errors that can destroy even the best products and marketing strategies. Mistake number 1 is designing for yourself instead of your customers. I can't tell you how many business owners fall in love with designs that reflect their personal taste rather than what actually converts their target audience. Your opinion of your design is irrelevant if it doesn't resonate with your target audience. Different demographics respond to completely different design approaches. What converts millennials might repel baby boomers. What appeals to luxury buyers may deter budget-conscious customers. The most successful redesigns are based on deep customer psychology research, not the founder's favorite colors or fonts. Mistake number 2 is prioritizing beauty over functionality. Yes, your design should look professional and appealing, but never at the expense of user experience or conversion optimization. I've seen gorgeous websites that convert terribly because they prioritized visual impact over psychological triggers and user behavior patterns. The most profitable designs aren't necessarily the most beautiful designs. They're the designs that understand exactly what motivates your specific customers to take action. Sometimes the highest converting design choices might seem counterintuitive or even slightly less polished, but they work because they're optimized for human psychology rather than design awards. Mistake number 3 is ignoring mobile optimization psychology. Most businesses think mobile optimization means making everything smaller and ensuring it loads quickly. However, mobile users exhibit distinct psychological states and behavior patterns compared to desktop users. Mobile users are often distracted, in a hurry, and making more impulsive decisions. Your mobile design needs to account for these psychological differences. This means bigger buttons, more aggressive calls to action, simplified navigation, and visual elements that work effectively on smaller screens. Companies that truly understand mobile psychology often see their mobile conversion rates actually exceed their desktop rates. Mistake number 4 is underestimating the power of subtle design elements. Many business owners focus on obvious things like headlines and images, yet they often overlook the psychological impact of spacing, typography, color temperature, and visual hierarchy. These subtle elements are what separate amateur designs from professional, high-converting ones. The spacing around your call-to-action buttons affects click-through rates. The typography you choose influences how trustworthy customers perceive your brand. The color temperature of your images impacts the emotional state of your visitors. Professional designers understand that every single visual element is either helping or hurting your sales. Here's the exact process successful businesses use to redesign for maximum sales impact. This isn't theory. This is the proven system that's generated millions in additional revenue for companies across every industry. Step 1 is the customer psychology audit. Before changing a single design element, you must deeply understand your customers' psychological triggers, pain points, and decision-making patterns. This involves analyzing your current customer data, conducting surveys, and studying your most successful competitors. To effectively market your products, you need to understand what emotions drive your customers to buy, what fears hold them back, and what visual cues they associate with quality and value in your industry. This research phase is what distinguishes redesigns that transform businesses from those that merely change their appearance. Step 2 is conversion mapping. This involves analyzing every single touchpoint in your customer journey to identify precisely where you're losing potential sales. You need to track user behavior, identify drop-off points, and understand which design elements create friction versus which ones encourage action. Most businesses are shocked to discover where they're actually losing customers. Often, it's not where they think it is. Your product pages might be perfect, but a flawed checkout process could be causing massive abandonment. Or perhaps your homepage converts well, but your category pages are confusing customers. Conversion mapping reveals the truth about your customer journey. Step 3 is strategic design planning. This is where you create a comprehensive redesign strategy based on your customer psychology research and conversion mapping insights. You'll prioritize which elements to change first, establish clear success metrics, and create a timeline for implementation. The key here is to avoid changing everything at once. The most successful redesigns are implemented systematically, allowing you to test and measure the impact of each change. This approach ensures you're building on successes and quickly identifying what doesn't work. Step 4 is implementation and optimization. This involves actually executing your redesign plan while continuously monitoring performance and making data-driven adjustments. The best redesigns aren't just implemented once. They're continually optimized based on real customer behavior and feedback. You'll want to A/B test significant changes, analyze conversion data regularly, and be prepared to make quick adjustments when something isn't working as expected. The businesses that see the most dramatic results from redesigning are the ones that treat it as an ongoing optimization process rather than a one-time project. Let me share some concrete examples of what happens when businesses implement strategic redesign. These aren't cherry-picked success stories. They're representative of what's possible when you apply these principles correctly. A software company redesigned their pricing page using psychological pricing displays and trust signals. Their conversion rate increased by 127%, and their average order value went up by 34%. Same prices, same product, but the redesigned presentation completely changed how customers perceived the value. A fitness coach redesigned her landing page better to reflect her target audience's aspirations and pain points. Her lead generation increased by 245%, and her sales conversion rate improved by 89%. The redesigned potential client sees themselves achieving their fitness goals through her program. An e-commerce store selling home decor redesigned its product photography and page layouts to create stronger emotional connections with its products. Their conversion rate jumped from 2.1% to 5.8%, while their return rate actually decreased because customers had clearer expectations about what they were buying. A consulting firm redesigned its website to better communicate its expertise and results. They saw a 156% increase in consultation requests. They were able to raise their prices by 40% because the redesign positioned them as premium experts rather than commodity service providers. These results aren't accidents or luck. They're the predictable outcome of applying systematic redesign principles that align visual presentation with customer psychology and buying behavior. So where do you go from here? The first thing you need to understand is that redesigning for sales isn't a DIY project unless you have specific expertise in conversion psychology and user experience design. The stakes are too high and the nuances too complex. Start by auditing your current design through your customer's eyes. Look at your website, marketing materials, and customer touchpoints with a fresh perspective. Ask yourself, does this instantly communicate value? Does it build trust? Is it easy to take the next step? Does it address my customer's specific psychological triggers? Consider working with professionals who understand both design and sales psychology. The investment in strategic redesign typically pays for itself within weeks through improved conversion rates and higher customer lifetime value. Most importantly, remember that redesigning is not about following design trends or copying what everyone else is doing. It's about creating visual experiences that deeply resonate with your customer's psychology, motivating them to choose you over your competitors. The businesses that thrive in today's competitive marketplace understand that design is not a nice-to-have luxury. It's a critical sales and marketing tool that can make or break your success. Every day you wait to optimize your design is another day you're leaving money on the table and giving your competitors an advantage they don't deserve. The choice is yours. You can continue struggling with mediocre conversion rates and wondering why your competitors are outperforming you. Or you can harness the power of strategic redesigning to transform your business into the market leader you know it can be. The tools and knowledge exist. Now it's just a matter of whether you're ready to use them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if your site is prepared for a 2025 glow up.